How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa, another Despair Academy. I think my mic is a little too close, but hey, yeah, here we are.
Danganronpa.
Chapter 5's investigation. Man, I am still kind of reeling back from what happened in episode 24, mostly 24. 23 was also pretty good. I just realized I forgot to refill my water bottle, but I'll talk a bit before I pause the recording. So, this is also a little too loud as usual. So yeah, episode 24 was kind of crazy. We had Kinju shooting himself in the fucking forehead and surviving because it was a defect bullet. We had Yuki kind of just snapping at Kurokawa because she wasn't gonna say anything, and he was mad. He just kind of devolved into the same like thought process as Mikaru in episode 23, which I guess I can sort of understand. And in the end, we had fucking Yamato seemingly like normal, asking where Mikako was, and when we went to search for him, we found him dead, and Mikako Kurokawa had a knife in her hand. Although I think it's gonna be a little more complicated than that because the knife was squeaky clean. It didn't have a single drop of blood in it, while Mikako herself was covered in it. So yeah, something's definitely amiss here. That's basically it. I don't know what to expect from this. I don't know what to expect. I will be right back though because I need more water. My throat has been kind of killing me lately, and I have this and the class trial to record later today. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Have my full bottle of water. Let's fucking go. Investigation time. Oh yeah, the remix of Box 15. Alright. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna reread the Monokuma file. The victim is Yamato Kisaragi. Estimated time of death was approximately 8:30 a.m., so shortly after he left the dining hall. The cause of death was due to shock from a laceration, huge hole in his chest. No other injuries were found. God damn. Alright, let's begin by inspecting from left to right. So we're gonna go for the cart. A bloody cart left in the corner. This cart, isn't this something from the lab? Also, if my voice sounds a little wobbly or like raspy today, yesterday was a really bad day in terms of allergies. I spent the entire day sneezing, even though I streamed. And today my throat is paying the price, which is always nice. It certainly was something we saw in the lab. The fact that this cart is so bloody. I'm not muted, right? Okay, I'm not. Let me just make sure everything seems to be fine. Let's go. Was it used to carry a dead body? It is large enough to carry one person, and although it is a bit difficult, it seems that you can climb places such as stairs by lifting the handle. Actually, I was concerned about it a while ago, but there was blood in the hallway of the 5th floor. We found that if they had entered the record room through the ballroom, could they have not shed a drop of blood while carrying the body there? I've always thought it was weird, but it's not impossible if you use this card. No, I don't know exactly where Kisaragi died yet. If it was hidden after entering the records, then blood might not matter at all. If we look at it that way, the fact that this car is in the record room itself means that it has climbed the railing of the ballroom? Does that make sense? More and more confusion grows in my mind. Either way, the presence of a card and blood on it means that it was involved in the case in some way. Let's keep it noted. Yep. Alright, what's up, right? Maeda, is it fine for a minute? No, even if it's not okay, listen up. Huh? Well, it's fine, but why? Have you tried talking with Mikako Kurokawa? No, not yet. She looks shocked about this. I'll be completely honest. I can't think of anyone other than Kurokawa as the culprit in this case if we consider from the perspective of the elimination method. I mean, yeah. Unless it is, wait for it, a suicide. I mean, it's very unlikely given the wound that that he has, but again, the knife is clean. She could have just wiped it off, true, but like, the knife is clean. I don't know, man. What? Wait a minute, wasn't Mikaru the one who's... no, wasn't Mikaru the one who said to investigate since we don't know this yet? I As I said, this is only the elimination method. Of course we have to investigate. But look at this. The victim, Yamato Kisaragi, ran out to find Mikako Kurokawa while we were all together. And after that, we were together until that guy was found dead. It wasn't like this until we arrived at the 5th floor hallway that something had already happened. Until it happened. Toriu went to see Kinjo, and Tairo went to check on the laboratory, right? I asked them, so it would be impossible to break up with us and then commit murder. And even before I asked them, the hallway on the 5th floor was already covered in blood. Kinjo. Toriu said he was safe. It's more like he's been fighting on his own mind than being safe, but I can't see him being involved in this crime. You're right. After all, what Toriu said a while ago is wrong, but nothing is amiss. The only one capable to commit this is Mikako Kurokawa. If you think this far, there are two possibilities. One is that the real culprit is Mikako Kurokawa. The second one, other than Mikako Kurokawa, overturned all her doubts towards her, and they are laughing behind the whole scheme. Then all of this was planned? Actually, everything seems a little vague. Neither of these have definitive conclusions. Yeah, I see where she's coming from, honestly. This is a really weird murder. Sorry. This is a really weird murder. The incident itself is very unusual and abnormal. We still need to do more investigation. For real. God damn it. However, there's one thing with certainty. Mikako Kurokawa is the only one who doesn't have an alibi. She doesn't have an alibi. Then does this mean that it is meaningless to consider this case based on an alibi? If anyone other than Kurokawa is the culprit, that means they've been walking alongside us all along and committing the murder. Anyway, let's investigate further, Mikaro. Thank you for the information. I didn't really tell you anything worth deserving your thanks, did I? Now the real problem is bigger than you can imagine. Hold your mind steady and investigate. Yeah, everyone's alibi, alright. There's nothing here. Oh, there is something here, okay. The entrance to the records. Without entering the ballroom, if you enter normally, this would be a normal passage leading to the 5th floor hallway. Also, it doesn't even open from the inside. The door to the records is locked with a password, so it seems impossible to open it from the inside or outside if you don't know the password to it. What? I did not advance that text. It advances on its own. I was gonna say, like, Monokuma said we can't enter without two people, whatever. Yeah, 2 people can't enter, or if 1 person is, it won't open, whatever. In other words, as long as we are here, even if we enter the password, it won't open. Oh, hi Ray, what's up? Mekaru. I don't know about the others, but you and I know, right? Only 1 can enter, and if 2 or more try to enter at the same time, the bulkhead will come down to block this. That's right, yeah. I didn't even tell him when we were starting the investigation. Perhaps the place we're standing right now is where the bulkhead is lowered. What? Then we should get out of here. What if the wall suddenly comes down and we get hurt? Don't make a fuss over it. Monokuma did the same, right? After all, the second bulkhead will be lowered after entering the password. It's safe now. What's more important now is the structure of this record room. Only you can enter alone, because this fact itself can have a profound effect on the case. Is that so? Should we care much about the door of the entrance to this room? I mean, we all don't know the password, and we can only access this through the ballroom. I don't think that's true. I think at least 1 person knows the password, and that person is Yamato Kisaragi, or he knew. But there's a chance that Mikako herself also knew. If it wasn't for the most likely suspect and victim, I wouldn't care. What? No big deal. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No big deal. Anyway, it's good to remember the rules of entering the records. Only 1 person can enter the records. 2, it won't open if someone is already inside. 3, if 2 or more enter at the same time, the bulkhead comes down. Remember this, you'll have to explain it for the other fools. That means you're asking me to explain it. Mekaru, can't you do it? Remember. Okay. We have access to the ballroom, so I thought the records was good with just that. If we listen to Mekaru, it seems the records will be an important place more than I thought. Let's keep it to memory. This is going to be a short episode. Episode 25 is going to be an investigation episode, just like the investigation of Chapter 4. But the class trial will also be recorded later today after I take a quick nap, probably. Anyway, let's see what we got. Let's investigate the body. Kisaragi's dead body. Kisaragi's eyes were open and empty, and he looked like a high school student, no different than us. The handsome face with distinct features was so straight that my brain didn't think it was strange. Well, I can figure it out just by using the Monokuma file. I'll have to check it out. Kisaragi's body was more severely damaged than the deaths of my friends I've ever seen. It was so cruel that I got goosebumps just looking at it. Like a brutal splatter movie scene. I don't know, man. Kanata's body. I don't really have to say anything else. But I can't turn my eyes away. I have to make up my mind and investigate anything we can check. As written in the Monokuma file, the flesh in his chest is completely torn apart. Okay, that is pretty fucked up. It is so terrifying that I don't know how to describe it. Is that what it feels like to be exposed to dynamite or a grenade at very close range? Of course, if that happens, not only the chest but the whole body would fly away. In the case of Kisaragi, the degree of wound in his chest was too large, but the rest of his body was fine. The Monokuma file also said that there was no trauma other than the chest. The problem is, I can't even imagine what method to use in order to create a wound like this. For now, since the ballroom is still open, I could think of it as one of the many weapons in the arsenal. Wouldn't it be impossible to detonate only the chest with such precision with a bomb? Not to mention the time for the crime is way too short for such meticulous work. Anyway, what is certain is that Kisaragi died from this wound, and no more wounds were found. Let's talk with everyone at the class trial about it. As of now, there seems to be no way to speculate on this abnormality. Alright, hi Akane.
Hey Maeda-kun, I have something to tell you.
Huh? Akane, did you find out something?
No, rather than fighting, I'll tell Rei-chan about it later, do you remember? When Rei-chan asked me to go check out the lab? There were pieces of flesh.
Pieces of flesh? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It was a few of the size of a mass. It was a few of the size of a massive flash. They were formed in a huge clump. It was so grotesque and bizarre that I almost fainted on the spot. I was trembling and tried to calm down and let you all know, but Maeda-kun and Rei-chan were already gone.
Wait a moment, bloody flesh? Isn't this related to Kisaragi's death?
Yes, I've noticed it too. The only wounded
fuck! Ugh, sorry.
The only wounded among us was Kisaragi-kun who died. Huh? Doesn't that mean Kisaragi-kun died in the lab?
I don't know for certain to this point, but at least I'm pretty sure the culprit did something to them in the lab. Akane, thank you. Thanks to you, I got an important clue.
It's okay. After all, it's thanks to Rei-chan that told me to get to the lab. Well, and I'll tell the other guys about it too.
Still, there were many restrictions in the record, so I was just wondering how about the place Kisaragi died. If Akane's words are true, there's the possibility that Kisaragi was also murdered elsewhere and brought to the records. Since Akane informed me, I'll go check the laboratory directly a little later. Where's Teruya? Oh, I can go through here, okay. The kitchen knife is clean. This is the knife Kurokawa was holding when the body was found. Did Kurokawa really... with this knife to Kisaragi? Why Kurokawa? Before that question, I first felt something odd with this knife. The Monokuma file I read a while ago, clearly it said that there was no other trauma other than the chest hole, right? It was clearly written that way. Besides, just looking at Kisaragi's corpse right in front of me, there were no traces of the use of a knife. And not just the corpse. When I looked again, the knife itself was clean without a drop of blood. Is the music done? Oh, that's eerie. Uh-oh, that's pretty eerie. Oh god. Oh, there we go. Took a while longer than normal to restart, but let's keep going.
Then is this it? This knife is simply for a distraction?
No, but
then why was Kurokawa holding the kitchen knife in the first place?
I shouldn't do this. When I start to think like this, I continue to doubt only Kurokawa. Let's not get caught in our prejudice until we go to the trial. Didn't we already experience this 4 times before in the previous trials? Well, the last trial wasn't exactly like that, but sure. Kurokawa wouldn't have been holding this knife for no reason. Let's make a note of it. Alright, I've been delaying this. I have to talk with her. I've been delaying this for multiple reasons. The fact that she was the one near the body, and what Yuki did to her last episode. I'm still pretty pissed at Yuki for that, but... let's talk with her. Kurokawa. When Makaru and I found the body, Kurokawa was standing in front of Kisaragi holding a kitchen knife with her whole body covered in blood. As if the murder scene had just been discovered, since Kurokawa hasn't said a word. What in the world happened? What is the truth? Did Kurokawa really commit murder?
Yuki,
What is it?
the things you want to say, I know it.
What?
Because I know. Don't ask me anything now.
As she said that, Kurokawa handed me a small notebook. What is this?
Yamato. Kisaragi
Oh. I see.
had a notebook.
Huh? 0430. Oh no! More. Oh, it's the password. Okay. But I was gonna say more numbers. No. Looking through the notebook Kurokawa handed over, I found a page with a number written among the countless of written on it among countless of blank pages. 0430. Kurokawa, this is.
Don't ask me anything.
But Kurokawa, even if we found the body earlier,
Please, not now. Don't ask me. I know nothing.
she's about to face a life-threatening class trial, and she was probably at the center of this case. And yet she tries to push it back somehow. I couldn't take my heart away from Kurokawa's expression like that. Still, this number that Kurokawa gave me, it's the password to the records, for sure. No matter how much I think about it, if it's related to some... Okay, I'm starting to picture some possibilities in my head. Even though I'm kind of like still dazed from my allergy day yesterday, I think I'm starting to see a few possibilities. The wound, the notebook is bloody, Kurokawa had it. Why do I feel like it wasn't Kurokawa the one who killed Kisaragi? Okay. Okay, no matter, yeah, sure. Then this is the password to the records. Kurokawa seems to have left a great clue. I'll check this password a little more later. For now, let's continue the investigation. Thanks, Kurokawa. Can I open this? Nope. The door to the records cannot be opened from the inside or outside without the password. Alright, then we gotta go on foot. Wait, oh, Turi is there. Okay. What's up, buddy? The second floor of the ballroom was connected to the record room. As for the cloth outside, how did the culprit even know about this? Well, Mikaru noticed it right away, so it might not be so strange. Maybe because Mikaru is the killer. I'm joking! I'm a grown-up now, I won't do anything rash, it's true! God damn it, Teruya. Cloth was attached to the railing so that we could go upstairs. With this cloth, we were able to enter the archives. I'm about to jump. It seems like I'm about to jump. This cloth has been set already when Mikaru and I, who first checked the records, entered through the ballroom. Then, as expected, the culprit must have installed it. Can I still climb up? I felt it when I first climbed it, but it was tied really well. Not only that, the texture of this cloth, I think I've touched it a lot somewhere. Anyway, without this cloth, you can't go in or out of the record, so let's be careful not to break it. I feel like that's gonna be important. The person who installed this cloth is most likely the culprit. With this alone, this cloth itself could be proof. Let's keep it noted. I think I've examined everything in regards to the record room. I searched as much as I could, but I found very little. Damn it! To begin with, the case itself is somewhat strange. I felt a sense of contradiction within itself. Yeah! I sense it too, honestly. This might be like the shortest episode of the series. I said that about the investigation in the 4th chapter, but this one is only 20 minutes. I think I've investigated most of it already. And I had like a huge chunk where I went to refill my water bottle before even starting. This could be like a half an hour episode, tops. But it's fine, it's just the appetizer. The class trial itself is going to be a lot more interesting. I didn't feel the previous 4 cases to be normal, but I felt something foreign compared to the previous ones. I don't think Kurokawa is the culprit. Something's amiss here. The wound on Kisaragi's chest. It's very it's like comparable to an explosion, like Yuki said, but what if it wasn't an explosion? The knife is clean, so I don't think it's her. I think, and hear me out, I think Kurokawa had that for self-defense. They were defending themselves against something. And that something killed Kisaragi. I'm not gonna name names yet, but I have an idea of who did it. And oh, if that's true, I can't help but to complain. Since Monokuma hasn't made their broadcast yet, there's still time remaining. And there was also something I heard from Akane. There were some flesh pieces in the lab. Let's check it out with our own eyes. Oh, let me go back up! It's really like Akane said, bloodiness. Feels wrong. This is the flesh Akane mentioned? As Akane mentioned, a chunk of flesh of the size of 2 human fists was rolling around in blood. Ugh, that's disgusting. It was so messed up that I couldn't even tell which part it was, but it looked like a piece of meat before being trimmed at a butcher's shop. Ugh, it's terrible. I stopped thinking right now and just wanted to get out of here, but this chunk of flesh has something to do with it too. I have to investigate as far as I can. The flesh was crushed everywhere and was shaken violently as if it had been squeezed with force. There's something like dust on it, and I was wondering what purpose it was for. Come to think of it, bloodstains in the hallway on the 5th floor were seen from the laboratory to the records. Even this chunk of flesh now has bloodstains on the outside of the laboratory. Six's laboratory. I'm sorry. Then the bloodstains in the hallway might not have flowed from the corpse itself, but from the— Oh god, really? Ew! That's gross! Piece of flesh that had fallen off. Why did the culprit do such a terrible thing? Did disguise it as if a corpse was moved? But it's too sloppy to do that. In the beginning, the archive where the body was found was too clean for the murder to take place. As I guessed while talking with Akane, the Kisaragi may have actually been killed in this laboratory. That thought only grew more. Huh? There's something near the mass of flesh. It's a grenade! This is what? It looks similar to the smoke grenade used in Haru's incident. A bomb? It can't be. The thing that killed Kisaragi was... Sorry, but that's not it. Ray! Mekaru, you were in the lab too? In what time? Hey, I just came and got a report from Tyra about the lab. Isn't that why you're here too? That's true, but what's not it? Mekaru, do you know what this bomb is? Bomb, or rather gas bomb, that's it. Actually, I should say it's an anesthetic gas that temporarily causes paralysis. Oh, I see. A picture is becoming clearer. It's forming. Uh-oh. Stinky. Somebody bent the rules. Anesthetic gas? Like a kind of nerve gas. It's not harmful to the body. It's a bomb in form of gas grenade. So it looks like it was made for military purposes, but the gas itself is also used for medical purposes. Yeah. Mainly during surgery, right? I see. How do you know this? How did you know this? I'm not stupid. It's all written there, isn't it? Even if it's written, it's all in English. Oh, right. Lol, I forgot. Well, I think I'll only get more insults if I say any more than this. Anyway, this anesthetic gas, it was used by the culprit, right? That's right. There are plenty of grenades like this in our arsenal. After disabling Kisaragi with this, did they manipulate the case to fit the trick? But I still can't figure it out. Oh, that aside, it's time to get to the trial. Did you find anything? Well, vaguely. Looking at the state of the flesh, I guess that the bloodstains of the hallway did not spread from the corpse itself, but from this piece of flesh. And you don't know why did they make such a hassle, do you? Right, something is seriously wrong here. It's not a surprise, because I'm the same. Mekaru, what were you looking at inside? I'm just checking to see if there's something that belongs to Yamato Kisaragi. Checking why? Think about it. The bodies of those who have died so far are kept in a laboratory, right? Isn't there a possibility that it's a piece of flesh cut out from there? Oh, that's clever. I didn't even think of that. Wait, Mekaru, did you check the corpses one by one? Fortunately, there was no traces of anyone touching it, so it's likely that piece of flesh really belonged to Kisaragi Yamato. Not that. What about our dead friends? What? Do you want to sue me for checking a corpse? If we don't find out more about the truth, we ourselves will turn into corpses, won't we? That's... Save it. I don't have the luxury to talk to you, because we're arguing for nothing. I'm not in the mood to get angry. Mekaru's condition from a while ago. As of now, you don't know either, right? About this case? No, I think I've got a decisive factor. Seriously? Do you know who the killer is? What I should say is, I don't understand. I feel like I just found the answer without knowing the solution. Yes, same, see? Oh god, dude, I relate. But I'm... Okay, The levels of certainty ever since chapter 3 have been decreasing. Chapter 3, I knew for certain who the killer is. Chapter 4, there was around a 70-30 chance that I was right. This one is a split 50-50. What are you talking about?
Look closely at the next of flesh here. Some letters are displayed here.
Letters? Not again. What is this? Blood writing. A dying message? Besides, this says Mikako? Not again. Mikako Kurokawa? Maybe isn't this it?
Isn't it possible? Anyone who sees it is pointing at that woman.
Such a decisive clue. Then the culprit is Kurokawa?
Well, if you think about it normally, that's it. However, something is wrong.
See, Ray knows it as well.
All the clues say that Mikako Kurokawa is the culprit. It fits perfectly.
Yeah, that's it. It's just too perfect. No, I refuse to believe that it's Mikako. Oh, sorry. I refuse to believe that it's Mikako, honestly. Because she also seemed to care a great deal for Yamato Kisaragi. I think... I'll say my piece at the end of the episode. I'll say who I think did this at the end of the episode. Because it seems to be all consistent with one particular thing. But let's just keep going.
There is an unresolved problem to say that the woman is the culprit. Not now, even this dying message points to a name that is neither a password nor a hint. You don't even need to process it. Common sense dictates, if you're the culprit, there's Yuki Maeda written on the scene. Would you leave it alone?
I would erase it.
It's weird. It's so weird. Even if this is the correct answer, there's not one or two oddities. Damn it! A woman like me to fall for this!
Here we go.
Alright, I think the investigation will be over soon, so let's get started, shall we? The fifth one! Let's start the fifth class trial! Everyone gather at the courtroom on the first floor!
It's finally starting.
Let's go. The trial will be conducted and a decision will be made. There's no choice. I'll do my utmost effort to help out as long as I cooperate with you guys.
That will be reassuring enough, right?
Yeah, so far I've passed the class trial 4 times.
Let's trust everyone. It will definitely work out somehow. To find the culprit.
Hey, we're here!
Teruya, what's wrong? What the hell's happening?
Wait a minute, I have something to show you. What do you mean? You have to go to the courtroom.
It's only just a minute. You have to go down to the first floor anyway. Just go to the dormitory for a moment. The dormitory? What? It's Kinjo, isn't it? The dormitory? What's going on there? I decided to go down to the dormitory following Teruya, who looked desperately... Ooh, sorry, the burps. Ooh, the burps. Desperately different from usual. Where Teruya took us was... Oh, no, was this bedroom? Oh, no, this is Kurokawa, okay. Hey, this is Kurokawa's private room, isn't it? Teruya, why in the world are you...
For the why, how comes first. You can't enter someone else's private room without a key. How did you get into Mikako Kurokawa's private room?
No, I was trying to stop by my room for the last time because I was afraid that I might go to trial in advance. That's when I saw Kurokawa's private room was wide open. The door was open? This is a weird-ass room, dude. I excused myself into Kurokawa's room. I came in for a while to find out what was going on. I found something surprising. Come this way. This bed. The sheet is missing. No bed sheet. That's so fun. Only hers, but why only Kurokawa's room?
The cloth hanging from the railing of the cloth hanging from the railing of the ballroom. So that was it. It was this bed sheet.
What? Yeah, I noticed it too. Kurokawa's bed sheet was torn and tied up together. Wait, but then why was Kurokawa's sheet used? What else could it be? It's because she's the culprit, and this is not far-fetched, as it has been before. If this is not solid evidence, what the heck is it? Someone's hardcore framing Kurokawa for this, dude.
Evidence to be so openly like this. This is no longer reasoning or being ignorant. This is really...
Mekaru?
Hey, what are you guys doing? Didn't the announcement told you to gather at the courtroom? Miss Tyre and Miss Kurokawa are waiting for you.
We've been away for too long.
Seriously, I've seen you do this once or twice before, so you think you can all be late now? Originally, it's just a calling for quick execution.
Alright, Terry, let's go to the courtroom. We can't avoid a class trial. Okay. No bed sheet. Okay, no, that was funny. Seriously though, something here's quite amiss. Oh, Kinjo is not participating, okay. I mean, fair. He shot himself in the fucking forehead and is still alive. It's a miracle. Anyway.
Now, we finally got everyone together. A little late, but let's get started right away. As always, please take the elevator down. And for reference, Kinjo-kun is alive, but he's unconscious, so I gave him a special break for this trial. The number of people will be small, but let's work hard.
5 people, including me. It's necessary to uncover the truth of the case with such a small number of people.
Maeda-kun, what in the world were you doing to be so late? Tori-kun and Rei-chan too.
Sorry, I was taking them somewhere.
Really, I was so worried. I thought something happened because Mikako-chan doesn't say anything. Well, we're not dead anyway, right? Let's go down. Everyone is ready, right? Ahead of the outcome, this might be the last class trial.
Why the last one?
Why? Because common sense, there's already 5. Except for Kinjo, I can't see any hopeless people. So when this class trial is over, there will be only 4 people left. If the number of people is reduced to that point, there will be no murders or trials. The fewer the people, the more difficult it is to act.
It does make sense, but that goes for when we pass this trial safely, right?
Yes, of the 5 of us, there's a culprit. Even for the others who have died so far, it cannot end here. That's all we need to know. Let's begin then, the final climax event.
It may be the last class trial. Nah, you silly Billy. Even if there's not another murder, there's gonna be definitely a chapter 6 class trial. Mikara's last comment, who wasn't sure if it was filled with certainty, overlapped with the number of remaining survivors that dug deeper into my chest. I also have to make up my own mind. Overcoming a life-threatening class trial, this school, no, to escape this building, to survive safely and to see my family again, to find out the truth. Oh. That is a lot of new truth bullets! Alright, let's talk with everybody. Before that, I'm gonna save though.
I won't be scared or withdrawn anymore, because we can't end here without knowing anything. The culprit who killed Kisaragi must be identified. This case,
I don't like it. Same, Mikaru. Fucking same. Something's so fucking amiss here.
Whether it's a trick, no evidence, or culprit.
The culprit, it's already out here. It'll be okay, we won't die here. Alright, let's go. Everyone, are you ready? Let's go. Dude, there's so few people. Silence so heavy that Crescius lingers in the elevator. Not only was it the tension that the class trial was about to begin, but it was also due to the insufficient number of people. Kinjo is still alive, but frankly, there's not much hope. No, just being alive is still a hopeful thinking, yep. Hikaru said that that is highly likely that this will be the last class trial. I really wish it was, but due to the nature of the class trials, one out of 5 people will never be able to go back this elevator back up this elevator again. Still, we have no other choice but to do it.
What? Maeda-kun, did you say something?
Nothing, just talking to myself. Yeah, we have to do it. I think it's the first time a character has ever spoken in the elevator before V3. Since the very first time Maki was murdered, this has been repeated over and over again. We have no choice. There's none. Here we go. The elevator stopped with a heavy sound and we stepped into the class trial for a 5th time. Craving for hope to survive. Oh wow, this looks weird. It literally looks like the Danganronpa 1's 5th class trial room.
Hey, you're finally here! I thought I was going to die from the exhaustion of waiting.
Why does the atmosphere in this courtroom seem to be getting more colorful?
Oh, Tori-kun, you have eyes to look, I see. This time I designed it with special care. Doesn't it make your eyes glow? Ew. Now now, the number of people is small, so why not start early? As always, please go to your selected seats.
Kisaragi's near Monokuma, I just noticed, yeah.
Even though there are only 5 people here, the fewer the numbers, the more interesting the case. Will the Blackens succeed in escaping this time? Will Hope win again? Let's get started!
And so it begins, the 5th class trial, the 5th crossroad of death. The victim of this case, Kisaragi. UDG music. There is also the Kisaragi Foundation that used to exist, but his existence itself was the number 1 suspect and the candidate to be the mastermind. But I was thinking differently about Kisaragi. His brain was weird, he couldn't communicate well, but no matter how you looked at him, he didn't look like a villain. If we had talked a little more, we might have known more about him. To think they would end up like this. And after Kisaragi's appearance, Kurokawa's condition became strange to anyone looking at it. In the end, she emerged as the most likely candidate to be the culprit, and everyone became suspicious of her. Whatever the truth is, even if I don't want to know, soon it will be revealed. No, it must be revealed. Our resolves will cross each other, and the trial shall begin. I never noticed this. Well, I did notice, but, like, Kurokawa is tall! Holy shit! Or is it just that Yuki's short? Terry is even shorter. A life-threatening discussion, a life-threatening lie, a life-threatening betrayal. Oh. Oh man, that hurts! Dude, this panel just fucking hurts, dude. Satsuki, Maki, Ayame, and Kanata. Oh, dude! That just fucking hurts. A life-threatening explanation, a life-threatening excuse, a life-threatening trust. This one also hurts a lot. Especially for Haru and Kakeru. A life-threatening class trial.
Oh boy! That's the end of episode 25, boys and girls and everybody else. Okay, so I did say I was gonna say my piece at the end of this episode. You know what this is reminding me a lot of? Chapter 5 of Danganronpa 1, but in a little different sense. So, for those of you who remember, Chapter 5 was kind of like a setup to get Kyoko killed. But, this is a pretty big but. Makoto saw through it, and ended up being the victim of that scheme instead. I think this is really the same before Mikako, because she knows something. I don't know if it's gonna work this time, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the one who killed Kisaragi is not any of the students. At least not any of the students we see here. I think the wound on his chest was the first thing that gave it away, and the bit of flesh also gave it away. But like, the thing that confirmed it to me basically was the anesthetic gas. I think Monokuma did this. I'm not entirely sure. Like I said, it's a split 50-50. Mikako could very well be the culprit, but it's just so many coincidences. Monokuma's claws could definitely do that damage to the body and remove the piece of flesh and use it as blood. I don't know, man. It's just a big mess, honestly. But we will see if I'm right once I do the class trial after today's lunch. I'm only gonna lunch in like an hour. I need to take a quick break. But yeah, that'll be all from this episode. Oh boy, I'm excited. This class trial seems really fucking promising. But yeah, everybody, that will be all for now. Thank you all for watching. If you like this episode, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. And if you want to be notified of future uploads like this one, hit the little bell. You know what to do. Also, if you want to follow my Discord server or follow me on Twitch for more content updates, link to both is in the description below. Also, I forgot to say this. I will say this as well in the class trial, but
We now have a sub goal. If we reach 950 subs, I will reveal what my 1K subscriber project is, because it's already in the works. And trust me, it's fucking big. That'll be all for me today. Well, not today, but for this episode. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace.